My son's new friend is studying him like a script. My son Caleb is 14, and about 2 months ago, this kid named Rowan transferred to his school. Rowan attached himself to Caleb immediately. They started hanging out every day, and I was relieved because Caleb was lonely since we moved here. 3 weeks ago, Rowan asked to stay for dinner. He showed up early and walked through our house slowly, looking at everything. When we sat down to eat, Rowan watched how Caleb held his fork. Then, he switched his own grip to match. The next time Rowan came over, he was wearing the same brand of sneakers as Caleb. Same color. When I mentioned it, Rowan said, "Caleb's got good taste." A week later, Rowan asked if he could sleep over on Friday. I said, yes. Rowan arrived with a backpack and a Target bag. Later, I brought up snacks and found them on the floor. Rowan was holding Caleb's yearbook from our old school, studying his schedule. "Just curious what classes you took," he said. After they went to bed, I heard Rowan's voice from Caleb's room. "Say it again, the way you said it at lunch." Then Caleb laughed and said, "Dude, why?" Rowan replied, "I'm just trying to get the accent right. Caleb's from here. He doesn't have an accent." Later, I checked on them. Rowan was asleep, but the Target bag was open. Inside was a haircut photo. Caleb's face from his last haircut. I'd posted it on Facebook 3 weeks ago. There was a post-it note. "Show stylist. Same length, same part." I woke my husband. We went through Rowan's backpack. There was a notebook inside. The first page had Caleb's full name written over and over in different handwriting styles. One matched Caleb's signature perfectly. Notes filled the next pages. Caleb says, "No worries," instead of "no problem." Caleb bites his nails when he's nervous. Caleb's mom calls him Cal when she's happy, and Caleb when she's annoyed. Lists of Caleb's favorite foods, his old friends, his childhood dog that died 2 years ago, the scar on his knee. Then I found photos. Printed pictures of Caleb from my Facebook, my husband's LinkedIn, Caleb's old Instagram. Rowan had written dates on the back. Pictures from when Caleb was 9, 10, 11, studying his development. The last page was titled Differences to Fix, with 2 columns. Caleb and me. Height, weight, eye color, scars, mannerisms. Rowan had been cataloging what he needed to change about himself. I woke Caleb, showed him the notebook. He went pale. "What the hell is this?" We woke Rowan. He sat up calmly. "You went through my stuff." My husband held up the notebook. "Why do you have all this?" Rowan looked at Caleb. "I'm just trying to be a good friend. I wanted to understand you." Caleb backed away. "This isn't normal. You told me you were lonely. I'm making sure we're similar so you'll want to keep me around." I told Rowan I was calling his parents. He recited their number from memory. He texted them while staring at me. 5 minutes later, headlights. His dad came to the door. I showed him the notebook. He closed his eyes. Not again. The last school. He did this with another boy. Same outfit, same haircut, started telling people the kid's stories like they were his own. Rowan stood behind his dad and smiled at Caleb. "See you Monday." On Monday, I called the school. Rowan was sick. Tuesday, same thing. Wednesday, the school called me. Rowan had withdrawn. No forwarding information. That afternoon, Caleb's phone rang. Unknown number. A voice that sounded almost exactly like Caleb said, "Hey, it's me," then laughed and hung up. Friday, a woman 2 towns over messaged me on Facebook. Her son just made a new friend named Rowan. Rowan had shown her son a photo. He said this was his best friend from his old school, but the picture's your son. I called the police. They said, unless Rowan committed identity fraud, there was nothing they could charge. Studying someone isn't a crime. Last week, someone created an Instagram account using Caleb's photos. Bio said, "New town, new me." It messaged his old friends. One replied, "Caleb, why are you messaging from a different account?" We reported it. Instagram took it down. Another appeared the next day.